Jack Campbell looks like he is one of the best linebackers in the NFL. Based off of what we're seeing on tape over the first couple of games, Kevin Shepard has this guy flying out there, and today we're going to talk about it. There are so many plays where this guy goes downhill and he's blowing up these run concepts. Even more than that, Campbell has looked really, really good in pass coverage, and I think that's been the difference for the Detroit Lions, specifically with Campbell. He's a good run defender, and he's really good out in space as well, but truth be told, this guy in pass coverage has made a massive difference. And we're going to talk about all of it today. I'm excited to really get into the tape. Now, when the Lions drafted Jack Campbell in the first round, some people thought it was a bad pick. They also thought in that same draft that Brian Branch, Jamari Gibbs were also bad picks, so I'm not surprised that all three of those guys have not only worked out, but become all-pro caliber players. And I think this year, Jack Campbell has kind of shown that he's an all-pro caliber player as well. There's been multiple plays where the Detroit Lions come out in a light box, and Campbell's the guy that's kind of getting that win for the defense. On plays where maybe the Lions should not win or get off the field, Campbell is making a huge difference. Now, one of the things that makes Jack Campbell a very good linebacker is his sideline-to-sideline ability. The way this guy's able to chase plays where it's outside zone type of concepts, outside zone, wide zone, or even some sort of pin pull, crack toss type of play towards the outside, Campbell does a really good job chasing these plays. This one here, he's going to do a phenomenal job reading the running back, stops himself as soon as the running back tries cutting this back to the inside, and he grabs onto the running back and stops him for about a gain of 1.5 yards. On this next run here, you got a 2nd and 9. Look at the alignment here. Look at where he's lined up relative to Darnell Wright, who I think is a really, really good right tackle. And Wright has a reach block, and Campbell does a phenomenal job not allowing that reach block to happen. I don't think people recognize this play right here. Darnell Wright is a very, very good offensive tackle. When Darnell Wright reach blocks on these inside linebackers, usually he's able to cut these guys off and get in front of them, which then opens up an option for the running back to cut it on the backside. But on this one here, Campbell's going to do a phenomenal job with the hands. Look at him make contact with Darnell Wright. He doesn't give up too much ground, gets over the block, chases this play down the line of scrimmage. He ends up getting in there and making the play with Davenport there. Just a phenomenal job by Jack Campbell. On this play here, you got a 1st and 10. Watch Campbell recognize the offensive lineman that's going to pull to the left. Watch how quickly he recognizes it, gets in front of this guy, sets the edge, gets underneath the block, and then once again he comes in and makes the play. Just a really, really good run rep by Campbell. Now, in my opinion, I think when it comes to Campbell, he's an elite linebacker when it comes to sideline movement. But that does not mean he's not good when it comes to inside run concepts. Think about this play here. He's going to come down the line of scrimmage. This is 3rd and 1, and they're going to stop Josh Jacobs to a gain of no yards, essentially forcing a punt. Just a really, really good job here once again by Campbell. And again, love the hand usage and the hand work by him. He's going to come downhill, watch him take on the offensive lineman, gets off the block as well. Phenomenal job right there taking on 63, gets off of it, and blows the running back up for no gain. That last one was 3rd and 1. A little bit later on in the game, 3rd and 1 once again. He's going to once again come downhill. Just do a phenomenal job getting over the block. And on this one, once again, you're not going to pick up a 1st down. You're going to be stopped to essentially kicking a field goal. Absolutely love some of what we're seeing from Jack Campbell on outside runs, inside runs. But the biggest value that Campbell brings is going to be his ability in pass coverage. The Lions on this one are going to be in a cover 3 defense, which means the inside linebacker is going to have to carry any of these over routes. And watch him stay underneath this and take this away. The quarterback's going to read this play to the right side. And you see the linebacker do a great job staying right underneath this. If you try throwing that pass right there to the tight end, it's going to be intercepted. But this is the pass coverage ability that this guy plays with. Campbell's one of the smartest linebackers you'll see in the NFL, and he does things like this where he just takes away plays. He understands his responsibility. But of course, you know the defensive coordinator, Kevin Shepard, trusts Jack Campbell. He trusts him to not only carry guys across the field, but in Tampa 2 type of situations, he's trusted to be that linebacker to cover the seam. On this one here, he does a phenomenal job staying with David Njoku, just runs right downfield with him, stays right on top of him, and of course the quarterback checks it down. One of the plays that helps win the game for the Detroit Lions, you have this 2-point conversion attempt by Lamar Jackson. You have the linebacker lined up right here. Watch him do a really good job being able to recognize this play, recognizes the tight end leaks. He's going to break the pass up. Phenomenal job by Jack Campbell. Not only does he recognize Lamar Jackson rolling to the right, he takes Lamar, make sure he's not able to run the football, but then also sees the tight end slipping, and then he's going to be able to kind of get in there and break the pass up. Now the corner here also does a nice job on the right side. Corner also gets his hand on the football, but the processing, the recognition to know that you got a tight end that leaks right behind you, And then to back up and look for the football and essentially swat it, that's a really, really good job right there by Campbell. Again, this guy's a very smart football player, and I cannot overstate that. Think about this concept right here, and this was by far the most impressive play I saw from Campbell. The Browns are actually going to design a really nice fake screen to the running back, only to run a screen to the tight end. And keep an eye on Campbell here. Watch Campbell read and recognize this play. If Campbell doesn't make this play, this is a 30-yard gain potentially, if not a touchdown. This right here is a really, really nice concept. Let's break this down a little bit. So you put the running back here in motion. The quarterback's going to fake it to the running back. Now, before we move forward, I want to just take the next 60 seconds to talk to you guys about today's sponsor, ProfitX. This is America's #1 sports prediction market. ProfitX is peer-to-peer, so you'll be playing against real users as opposed to traditional sports books where you'll be playing against the house. This means that ProfitX is going to give you much better odds. If you guys want to make picks on the NFL, ProfitX has you covered. But if you're like me and you want to make picks on multiple other sports, ProfitX has you taken care of there as well. From the Ryder Cup to the Premier League, ProfitX has pretty much every major sport. And one of my favorite parts about this platform is that if the odds don't already exist that you want on any given player, you can basically just request it. ProfitX will make it happen. And if you use my link to go sign up right now, ProfitX is going to give you $200 in free money. For every dollar that you put into ProfitX, they will essentially match it. So make sure you guys go check out the link down in the comments below. Let's get right back into the content. Really, really nice concept. Let's break this down a little bit. So you put the running back here in motion. The quarterback's going to fake it to the running back. The guys up front here are going to pretend like they're going to block this screenplay. Only for David Njoku, the tight end, to come back inside. And they're actually going to run a screen on the inside with him. But you'll see the linebacker recognize this. That right there is phenomenal. I mean, if this guy picks off Campbell, or if Campbell just ends up way out here, and this offensive lineman ends up to one of these safeties, the play may pop for a touchdown. But instead, it ends up only being a 2-yard gain because the linebacker's all over it. He shuts it down. I mean, talk about being a really, really, really smart football player. Being able to recognize, having the athletic profile to change direction to make these type of plays. I'm telling you guys, Campbell's a very intelligent linebacker, and he deserves so much more credit than what he's getting right now in the NFL. And if you ask an average fan that is not a Lions fan, how good is Campbell as a linebacker? I mean, most people wouldn't even put him in their top 5. But I am telling you guys, this is one of the best inside linebackers in the NFL right now. The amount of big plays that Jack Campbell has saved cannot be overstated. I mean, there's touchdown plays that this guy has literally saved for the Detroit Lions. And when you're a team that scores the type of points that the Lions score, you know, having these type of plays or potential big plays that could put you in a field goal range, but for your linebacker to be able to make the play and stop that, right, because he's smart, he's able to recognize and process and see little things like this, this gives you a huge advantage as a defense. Now, one of Ben Johnson's go-to runs is going to be outside zone or wide zone, which also means one of the play actions they run off of that is going to be bootleg. And of course, part of that is going to be getting all these offensive linemen basically jumping super far wide to the left of the formation. Now watch this play here. Watch Campbell recognize that this is a play action, and then look at him disrupt the tight end here that's trying to run a crossing pattern. He disrupts the read that Caleb Williams will technically have. And not only that, but then he's going to break up the pass on DJ Moore. This is a really, really smart play once again by Campbell. Not only does he disrupt the tight end that's trying to cross, but he also sees the wide receiver down block and then leak on this play, and he ends up getting there as well. And then, of course, the hit kind of jars the football loose on this one. Jack Campbell, again, is a very, very smart linebacker, and there's so many plays that this guy's making right now on tape. And I think a lot of that is also kind of going unnoticed. I know Lion fans do understand the impact that this guy's having, but generally speaking, fans of other teams might not understand. Jack Campbell's an absolute star out there right now for the Detroit Lions. I really like some of what we're seeing from this guy, and he's definitely living up to being a first-round pick. I think he's one of the top 2 to 3 linebackers right now in the NFL. He's out there making plays out in open space, just a phenomenal linebacker. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think this is the first video we've done of the Detroit Lions, but we are going to continue to cover this team. They're obviously having a lot of success right now, and I look forward to getting into some of the younger guys. They have 2 really good interior offensive linemen at left guard and right guard. They're 2 guys that I really, really liked as they kind of came out of the NFL draft. And maybe we'll get into them a little bit later on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time with another video.